old school, yeah, like arcadey punk stuff. So I thought I always liked it.
Okay,
I wasn't too
that's
big of a
good.
critic, so it was cool.
Season 3 though, I heard season 3 is good. Well, I
Oh
guess
yeah, dude. I feel like Netflix is going down like this NSFW route for a lot of their shows now, and I'm starting to dig it.
I think I saw like this bondage show on the front page of Netflix or something. I don't know, dude. I was like, what is this?
Yeah, I Love Death with Robots was another good like NSFW.
Yo, that was hella good.
Oh, you saw that?
Some of those, I was like, yo, they should turn it into a full-on anime or a video game or something.
Yes.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit.
Nobody else I know has watched it, so thank you.
The spooky one with the guy in space. No spoilers, but that one was fucking insane.
Dude, that one,
like, holy shit.
I was a little high when I was watching that, the first half of the season, so I was kind of just like, I was like, some of those are really trippy, so it was just like double the trip. It was a good time.
Sounds like it. Yeah, enough about TV, I guess. Let's take a look at what we got here.
Yeah.
What am I looking at, sir? Is this platinum? I think last time you were, is it like gold 1? Gold 2?
I think it was gold 3 or something. So yeah, I started silver 2 this season. And I've made it to plat 4. So no matter what happens, I'm content 100% because I've made it where I want to be.
You did 2 tiers in 6 months and you're content? Hold on, there's still half a season to go. We go into diamond. What do you mean?
So that's what I think. I actually made it to plat 3, but I've been kind of trolling recently, so that's why I wanted to do coaching. I was like, all right, I need a little bit more insight on my game.
I see.
But the most issues, or the biggest problem that I have noticed in my gameplay, it's not like mechanics or decision making, or it is decision making, but it's being consistent and being able to turn off my autopilot and think before I'm doing stuff. The biggest issue I run into 100% of the time is when there's a situation that's happening and I know what's going to happen, but I don't think and act based on what I know is going to happen. Like, maybe there's like a thresh, right? And he's sitting in a bush and he's playing up, and like, okay, I know he's probably going to try to flash flame me. I know he's probably going to try to do something. He wants to go in on me. And then I just like walk up to hit a minion and then I just get all in and I die. And I'm like, okay, like I knew that was going to happen, but I just didn't do anything for it. Maybe it's starting a fight bot lane and I don't look at my map and I'm like, oh, okay, where's the jungler? And I don't think that, and then surprise, the jungler comes out from behind the fucking wall and you just die, right?
Right.
So it's shit like that is just always happening, constantly happening. It doesn't matter who I'm playing with my team. Like every time I'm like losing a game or I'm dying, it's just I know I'm like, okay, I am making mistakes and I kind of want to like figure out a way to build habits that will help me think while I'm playing, because I autopilot so easily and sometimes my mental will just like shut down to like that autopilot for the rest of the time, so I'm just like gooning around.
This is a classic, like it's like, oh god, why did I do that? Of course he's gonna do this, and I literally said it or I thought about it half a second earlier, right? So there's some different ideas I came up with when I was trying to figure this out, right? One of them was very much when it became like an omega problem, I would insert a new habit of, I'm not gonna do anything until I figure out what's about to happen next, and then I only do what I think is good, right? So and usually what happens is, the thing where you're like, oh no, Thresh is in the bush, he's gonna flash flay, some kind of gank going on, but I go do the thing anyways, right? This thing is usually like you said, the autopilot part, which is like, there's a minion, let's just kill it no matter what, or we have to push this wave no matter what for whatever reason, right? It's just like something possessed us. This is like some kind of ingrained habit that made you kind of sometimes is good, but in the cases where you're like, oh, you're getting ganked or you're getting engaged on, you don't want to do that anymore, right? So maybe it's about prioritizing. When you like get this idea in your head when you're thinking about, hey, they're gonna engage on me here, they're gonna gank on me, you can prioritize that to be the number one thing you need to prevent no matter what. Ignore everything else. That's something that could help a lot too, right? Similar to how kind of similar to that idea of when we analyze fights, we always ask what was the most important thing rather than what were the 5 different things you could improve, right? Like in game, in terms of what are we trying to do, it's like we're not trying to get the minion and trying to like poke them and trying to like trade or whatever. We're like, okay, what's the most important thing? Get it done, and then you can do something. You can like get the other good stuff afterwards, right? So definitely the classic is I want to push this wave. A gank is coming. I'm gonna try and push anyways, and then you die, right? So it's like, oh, the most important thing is don't fucking die to the gank. So no matter what, you don't die to the gank. And then you can figure out what to do after that. So it's like, oh, I can't push, or I have to slow push, or I just get zoned from the minions. You have to do that thing then, right? And that's kind of how you'll play differently in a good way, right? Differently as in like, you know, different from the players at your same rank. You know, of course you have to do something different than them in order to climb, right? Otherwise, everyone's just stuck at the same skill level. So that's kind of like an idea I came up with, is prioritizing, right? You figure out that thing, what you just said, make sure it doesn't happen no matter what, literally no matter what, right? Because it seems like you're having a problem where you are already aware of it, and then we're not prioritizing it enough so that, you know, bad things still happen, and then it becomes super tilting because it wasn't like oh, I didn't even know about it. It was like you knew about it and you still screwed up, right? So that's the that's definitely a main idea you'll be seeing a lot, kind of no matter what rank you're at, right? It's not really like a rank thing. It's more like a what's it called? It's like a gameplay thing, I guess. I don't know. It doesn't matter what rank you're at. Something like that will always happen, right? But that was really good. That was a really good fight. Let me watch this again. Okay, so we're just killing this dude. He has half health because you keep hitting him. Very nice. Fiddle goes for a Flash Fear Ignite. Okay, that trap was actually sick. Let's watch this. I want to watch this again. Actually sick. Pog. You didn't realize the danger. I thought you were going to net forward, by the way, but Flash is good too, right? Flash totally fine. All right, good.
I could have netted, yeah. What was I going to say? Shit, I totally forgot what I was going to ask. All right, I'll ask later if I remember it.
Okay. The classic. You had something to say, and then it's like, oh, I forgot.
Yeah. Oh, it was. I really love to fight. So I don't think I'm mechanically bad. I think I'm like decent with my mechanics. Like that's the one thing I like to tout, right? Is I'm like I can decently, you know, like do combos or et cetera, et cetera. Most of the time, parentheses, you know, air quotes, most of the time. But I find myself just wanting to, you know, like go ham on, like maybe a fight will start or something like that. And I'm just like, let's go, you know, and I'll just like I'll just start throwing out abilities, and I'll just, you know, start trying to kill people. But you know, you can't do that, right? Because, you know, when there's 5 people, you can throw out abilities and maybe like, you know, hit 4, like hit 3, maybe not even hit all of them, right? And then you're just kind of dead because you've just wasted everything. So that's another thing, is I just like to really, like, you know, just kind of go super gung-ho, even though I know I shouldn't be doing it. I just, you know, I like to fight, you know.
Yeah, it used to be me a lot.
I want the action.
Yeah, like instantly someone gets close, let's fight no matter what, right? So I think if we see it, we'll see what's going on here. But a lot of what fixes that is usually, you know, you have to ask yourself, why are you fighting, right? Because let's say you have this gung-ho attitude and you have an advantage every time. Why not? Let's go, right? We have mana advantage, we have some kind of positioning advantage, we have item advantage, whatever. If you're winning, why not take the fight, right? But you take fights no matter what, even if it's like 4v5 or some shit, then okay, then there might be a problem, right? So I'm sure we'll see some examples of that, but usually it boils down to you come up with your reason to fight and then you fight, right? No problem. And the reason is never really because you can hit them, right? There's always like a main reason. Oh my god, he's inting. He can't hold this many minions. Okay, nice. Okay, fast forward. Good. Go home.
Wave to crash in the tower. I was mad that she was trying to stop it.
yeah. That's actually support's job in the higher elos, but okay. Fast forward. Okay, everything is good. Everything is good. So far, this lane's going pretty well, huh? If there's anything to, I guess, improve on, what do you think it would be?
Blast hitting. I missed so many minions. Oh,
don't worry about it, but that is something to look at. It's just, you know.
I think my mic was recorded for this. You might even hear me like yelling every so often. I'm like, God damn it, there's like missing minions.
Yeah, it's like, okay, you know, there's a lot of emphasis being put on like minions a lot, right? But honestly, you know, at these ranks, even at my rank, this happens more often than a minion advantage, right? You have a kill and assist, And you have, not only do you have your BF already, you have your daggers. So it's like, oh, you like missed like 20 minions, but you killed someone. So I guess it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah,
of course it does matter, but it's good that you're keeping everything else clean first, right? That's always the first step. Because if you're up 20 minions and then you die, it doesn't matter. But if you're down 20 minions and you kill someone, that's pretty good, right? So yeah, I'm not too concerned. If that's something you want to work on, you already know what to do. You need to practice tool until it becomes mindless.
Yeah,
right?
I don't think it's like I have more pressing things to worry about, like my autopilot running it down.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. A lot of people are really worried about like CS and shit, but like that's just not even a problem, So even in this season, especially like side wave management in mid game, that shit doesn't even happen anymore. It's just people randomly dying somehow.
Okay. Actually, I wanted to ask you about that later. Was wave management, because for the most part, I understand freezing. It's kind of hard against a Saber.
Oh, you mean in lane or out of lane or just both?
Like more out of lane. Like in lane, it's pretty straightforward. Like if
out of lane,
lower health than you.
Yeah, if it's out of lane, and basically it depends on which team is winning, right? So if one team is winning super hard, their waves are gonna push in no matter what. Does that kind of make sense? So like, let's say you're winning super hard, and there's a wave here. It's pushing towards them, so you're gonna lose minions if you don't get it now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
it's you want to push it past river. Right. That's the whole thing.
It's actually a little different now. Let's say there's no tower here, and the minions meet here, and you're winning. Guess which direction it's pushing?
It's gonna bounce back towards us, right?
No. It's going towards them because you're winning. All right, that's the new minion change, like 6 months ago or whatever. Yeah, it's gonna push towards them. If you're winning, it will always push towards them. That's what I want you to think, right? And if it's even, like very even, like the gold difference and towers are even, then it's gonna like act normally. But in solo queue, it's never even. It's either one team is hard winning or one team is going the other way. All right. So in terms of side wave management, let's say you're losing, and it meets here. It's totally pushing towards you, right? Let's say you're losing and it meets here. It's still pushing towards you, all right? So but if you're losing, you should still go pick it up because you're gonna lose half the minions. The minions are gonna kill each other. In that sense.
My biggest thing that irks me is I'm like, all right, I'm 500 gold from an item and I ping it, but then team wants to fight and I'm like, no, I could really use this item, guys. And then, if you like commit to the item, like, okay, I want this item, and they fight and you get flamed for it. It's like, oh.
I think in solo queue is a very big emphasis on PvP, just like this season in general, right? I think before, I could easily win just side wave management. Now it's like a lot harder because it's if you're losing, you can't even push past the river / can't even pick up the minions on your side of the map a lot of times. So yeah, very much. I think it's very PvP oriented, but. Yeah,
it's kind of a bummer because I enjoy that mid game macro and like minion wave management. Like it's a fun Yeah,
I enjoyed it, especially when no one else knew how to do it. And then you just get 10 CS a minute. They don't know what they're doing. So now it's not as easy as that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So far, everything's good.
Yeah, this was a pretty clean game. The Kaisa one is the one that I really was sad about.
Oh, nice try on the trap. Is this a feels bad? Oh, not too bad. Ow. Okay, this is kind of awkward. You want to talk about this section?
Yeah, let's go over it.
What do you think?
I kind of think I went up too much. Especially, I got hit by the Saber Q, which was one.
So why is going up too much like a problem? Like, what are we trying to do here is the question. This is kind of ties into the whole you were trying to fight everything, and I was like, what helped me is I always have a plan for what we're trying to do. So why are you trying to interact here? How are you trying to interact? I guess why is a good one first.
Yeah. So the why here I already know is just autopilot, push wave in, hit tower, hit enemy, me smash.
Oh God. Okay.
Like, I definitely know that there was no grander plan here because, there's no dragon up, nothing's going on. Karthus is just kind of chilling there. So I'm just, autopiloting bot lane to.
Right. So here's something we can add here to help. So what's if we pause here, what is our strategy? What are we trying to do? You said there's no dragon. Karthus has no ulti. Mid's not roaming. We're not diving or anything crazy. We could kind of invade, but invading with Karthus is probably Pepega, right? So what do you think?
I think if I was to formulate a plan, I would want to just try to poke down Saber and then get more plates off the tower. I think that's what I would want to do, is get that gold off the tower.
Right, let's poke, right, and maybe hit the tower, but you know, we're not trying to do anything other than that, right? So what happens if you trade?
I'm probably gonna get Nane on because Soraka's sitting right there, and they have the tower right next to them, so you know I can't do too much.
Right. So we look at this section here, right? We lost a lot of lane presence because lost a ton of health, right? And this Soraka is just gonna Omega heal. Actually, it's actually gonna end up working. Hey, it actually ended up working really well. This he walked out without healing, right? That's kind of funny. But that's always something to kind of plan out beforehand, right? Is what are you trying to do and why, right? Let's say you wanted to trade, even though Soraka is trading. Maybe you're like, I have so much AD over this guy that we can win trades, like Omega Heart, which I'm not quite sure if that makes as much sense. But or you could say I have Executioners. It doesn't work, right? Something along those lines. But that's you always want to come up with something, right?
Right after I did the EQ net, and like after I auto attack or hit him with the net, I should just like left, right? There's nothing else. Like I kind of kept trying to like force something, but it's like, what could I have done there? I didn't have a net, I didn't have Q, and they're literally right next to tower.
Right, and you're like, you know, your default is let's hit someone with this headshot or something.
Yeah, I'm just like, I wanna punch someone.
Yeah, exactly. So if you come up with like what you're trying to do beforehand and how you're gonna do it, then it'll help you it'll help you not deviate into something like this, something strange like this. Like before, if you're like, oh, I'm gonna look to Q poke and then E out, right, on the tower. We're gonna push in every time. Then you'll be good to go, right? You're like, oh, I don't even want to hit tower. I just want to take away their HP, and then we take the tower when they base, right? Or after we get their HP, we're gonna go invade or something like that, right? You want to like a plan, like a clear plan of what you want, and then stick to it as much as possible. I think that really helps in terms of getting better / knowing what's good, right? Like having a clear plan and doing it, unless something insane happens. So what I mean by insane is like fiddlesticks ultis and find some crazy play, then you can help follow up, right? But you kind of want to, I think a good way to figure out, to make sure you're not doing anything strange is to come up with what you want to do beforehand and make it as clean as possible. Like this, it'll naturally lead into something like this. Let's say you wanted to poke them out, and then the plan is keep doing it. We're going to push and do the same thing. And fiddle ultis. This is like a deviation from the plan. You can like update your plan now. You're like, okay, we follow up, right? But until something like that happens, we're going to keep doing the same thing, right? So that's kind of some kind of a clear guide to what you want to do could help a lot, right? And it's actually extremely useful in anything, honestly, any game really, right?
Like, all right, I want to do this, and then it makes it 20 times easier.
Yeah, have you been playing TFT at all?
Yeah, I have been. Yeah, that's kind of helping me with this, honestly, because learning how to commit and not to commit, that's a big thing.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, what's the plan? If you don't have a plan, you're gonna build random shit and have like a bunch of gold on your bench, right? But if you do have a plan, you're like, oh, I'm going 4 gunslingers because I have a 3-star Tristana, right? And then you won't deviate by picking up some extra veins or something, right? Doesn't quite make as much sense. Or you start going into like rangers or something. It's like, oh, maybe 2 rangers is fine, but if you pick up 4 rangers, it's like, what am I doing with this, right? So having a plan kind of is gonna help a lot, league specifically, but TFT, I think TFT is definitely some transferable skills, right? Yeah, that's kind of what I noticed there when you were trying to interact with them is, you went from like trying to poke them when they're trying to hit minions to straight up trading with them, right? I was like, oh, okay, why are you trading? You need a good reason. And then now that you saw what just happened, you could say, oh, turns out that if you trade as an all-in and you immediately all-in, you can win easily, right? Because Fiddlesticks is going in. So this card is coming. I don't know about this one, Chief. You guys can do this by yourselves. Okay, fast forward. Saber ulted, so clearly there's some kind of word. Oh my god, this is bullying.
Oh, this was depressing.
Oh, you're getting ganked. Should be fine. Ah, is that too deep? You don't want that. On the tower. Oh no, Heckram's top. Good. Fast forward. Why is it depressing? Oh, for them?
Yeah, because she lived next to you with kind of a long shot, and she walked right into it, and I was like, ooh.
Ooh, got him. Read him like a book, You can actually hide and then fiddle ulti immediately. This corner, go! Fiddlesticks trolling, go! You can go over the wall, right?
He's actually my duo partner, yeah. he doesn't really play support. So.
Oh my god. Is that the headshot auto cancel I saw?
Wait, did I do that?
You attack move on the ground. So.
Oh, I just always attack move.
Wait, it doesn't make sense though. You attack move on Jace and it hits Saber. Check it out. Right there. What the fuck? You see that?
Yeah. What?
Holy
Wait,
shit.
how does that work?
I have no idea. I would assume
it's like a Caitlyn thing, and it's just like a towards like the headshot person.
Okay, it totally should hit Jace here, but somehow it targets Saber. I don't know. Right? That was insane. But maybe if there's like a headshot ready, then it'll. Maybe you were in an auto attack range of Jace. This is my guess. You were in an auto attack range of Jace, and the headshot like kind of took priority or some shit. I don't fucking know. To be honest.
I want to try that in practice tool now.
That didn't make any sense. That didn't make any sense. Okay, very nice. This is just you guys just win, right? Fast forward.
Yeah.
I want to see some mid game stuff. Oh, okay, here we go.
Oh my god. Okay, this. All right, this. Okay, look at the map, right? You see Hecarim walk over.
Yeah. And then you try to hit this guy and you die.
No, Fizz walks into the bush, and then he comes out of the bush
God.
that Fizz was just in. I literally was so confused. I was like, how? Like that was like that. My brain like broke right when this happened. I was like, wait, how did that guy get there when Fizz was like just in that bush? I was just like.
Hey, did you see? I think you see what happened here? Check it out.
Yeah, I went.
You know where he is right now? He's right here.
He's in that fog of war. Yeah, he's literally
right here. Holy shit! And then now he's going in here now.
Yeah, I just thought I would have saw him or.
And then he's in here now. Now he's in here, right? So yeah. Honestly, even if he was here, are you getting one shot?
I'm dead either way. I'm walking up with no flash or heal. Like I'm kind of just asking to be all in.
That's pretty spooky Houdini right there. But so yeah, what do you think? What happened here?
I got gung ho on Lux. I saw Lux walking up, and I didn't notice the Hecarim on the map actually yet. This is a hindsight thing. I didn't notice Hecarim there yet, so I actually had no idea he was even there. But also Fizz walked into the bush, so I was like, okay, we're chill to walk up.
Right.
But
this is definitely a classic like. Okay, so this happens a lot. The whole gung-ho thing happens a lot. When you have vision on them, and they don't necessarily have vision on you, so you always think you can just hit them. That's like a subconscious thing. It happens a lot, right? So let's go back to our earlier idea of if you come up with a plan, it'll help you not deviate into something strange, right? So after you kill the dragon, I want you to come up with a plan right now, right? Because think about it like in terms of the game happens with events. Like dragon, there's a dragon contest. That's like an event. You guys are trying to push mid. That's like an event. You're sieging tower as an event, right? So okay, you just did something here. What's the next thing you're gonna do? What's your plan here?
I would say just go bot lane. Like all right, we got dragon. So like fighting here would kind of be like pointless. Like we're not fighting for anything, right? That's what I would think.
Yeah, exactly. 100% agree. I'm going bot.
There's a lane getting pushed into the top bot tower. So go take that back. I got 2,000 gold in the bank. Go buy some items. Come back.
Yeah, I'm going bot. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I need to pick up these minions and then go bot. Let me clear it out. I'm gonna go top after, right? So we can get that tower. And that's it. Boom. Now you have your plan. Don't deviate. You go bot and you fight Saber and Soraka off, and then you guys can go farm and push and do whatever, right? So that's the thing is, you can come up with something easily in VOD review, and the speed at which you can come up with it is very fast, right? So how do we translate that into game? And one thing that'll help is, you want to do it when you think like what do you think is a good time? Because I know what I think is a good time, but I want to hear what you think is a good time.
Sorry.
Like, what's a good trigger? What's a good trigger to insert this habit? So like every time this happens in game, you will insert this habit of coming up with your next plan. Oh god, it's actually a disaster.
Yeah, it was kind of pretty bad.
You guys are losing.
And that was instigated by me, walking up.
Yeah, exactly.
Really embarrassing part. Like I totally started that whole,
oh my god,
loop.
Well, it's actually fortunate how this guy got everything. So
yeah, I think triggers should be when something happens. Not something like big, or just something big. Okay, dragon. We just killed dragon, right? Like look at the map. What's happening? Are they going to try to kill us now that we just killed dragon? where are the waves? Where can I go do? You know, like I think
right.
maybe bot lane just backed. You know, like when something kind of important happens, right? Where like okay, I see jungler top lane. You know, like okay, that means I can, you know, maybe force a fight bot lane, and we can go take dragon or something like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I think
exactly.
that's kind of complicated triggers though. But I think like simple ones is like, all right, bot lane just backed. Dragon, we just killed dragon. We just got bot tower. You know, like when you kind of like accomplish that like autopilot goal in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like something kind of like, you know, very very basic to the game. Like when that happens, then think, okay, let's go do this.
Right. So here's So those are definitely good ones. And to kind of generalize them, what I do is I say, after big events, like you said, right? I was like, oh, what is the next big event? So every time an event happens, I'll look to the next one immediately. Right? What's the next thing I'm doing? And then then the other one is what you said earlier is like, oh, you see jungle top or something, right? Or you see vision. The other one is when I have new information, like important enough information, right? So those are two really good times to kind of come up with your plan of action. Like you see all this shit happen, like okay, we push ball all the way, right? Maybe they even take scuttle, but we
that's
push.
Like actually what I think I said here. I was like, all right, 3 top lane, let's just shove in bot lane.
exactly. So it's not like you don't do this. It's kind of how can we make this a system? Make sure that
it's like sometimes, you know, sometimes I'll be thinking, I'll be like, all right, you know, like okay, let's go do this. Then other times I'll just be like, I'm gonna fucking hit this minion.
Yeah, you see this? Like, oh, what are you guys about to do here? I don't know, right?
Oh, this was like, I think this turned into a bad fight actually.
Right. It's like, oh, you guys are, you know, this. I'm not sure what the idea is here, right? It's like, oh, what are you trying to do? Are we sharing a wave with Fizz, right? It doesn't quite make sense. Right? you have to come up with something. You're like, oh, okay, we want to stop Baron. They showed on the map, so they're not Baroning, right? Or they can't Baron without their ADC, right? So it's like, oh, you know, what should we do here? Oh, let's invade, right? Let's go kill Saber. That's pretty much it, right? Those are pretty good right there. Let's take his blue, let's take his Gromp. We can honestly kill Saber first. Going around, we're good to go. But if you come here, you know, if you think about it, there's no logic to it, or there could be logic to it. You think you're trying to help a fight, but after you do this enough times, you realize that this doesn't make sense because there is no fight going on, right? So that's kind of this is gonna help you kind of not do something crazy, right? Where it's like, oh, you get all this new information, your top just died, they're not on Baron. What do you do now, right? And you see that, you know, Hecarim's not forcing this. Okay, we should go make money, right? That's the default. So yeah, this is if you walk here. What does that tell your team?
No, I want to fight.
Yeah, and what happens if you fight with the dead top laner?
Yeah, we're probably gonna lose.
Yeah, it's not good, right? It's either it's a 4v4 and this is whatever, and Jace gets the push, which is not good, or it's a 4v5 and it's even worse, right? So
yeah,
it's just, you know, you kind of want to make sure that you guys have some kind of like reason to fight, right? Oh, okay, so I hope you guys get this guy for free, otherwise this is about to be monkey ass. This Jace is coming, by the way. If you didn't, he's coming through your jungle. And Hecarim's running down the middle, and it's just, you know, it's a disaster. Oh, he came from base. He didn't even come from behind. But that's a classic one, right? Because if you see top missing, he's running through the jungle. It's so just your team's trying to continue it. Oh god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. You saw I was like wanting to walk away, and then, you know,
it's not good enough. Oh, maybe it is good enough. It's not good enough. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I just die here afterwards.
Yeah. We're all dying here. Oh, feels bad, man. All right, so let's back it up. Okay, besides the whole, you know, avoid this in the first place, what else can we do here? Let's watch this sequence in full, I guess. Because you're right, this is totally the whole, you know, what, you know, there's always, you always want to fight or something, like you said earlier, right? This is kind of, all these problems are kind of stemming from this kind of mid-game decision making, I guess, right?
Yeah.
You're trying to hit this man, but you need to run, my dude, right?
Yeah. Just I was trying to help my teammates. I was like, all right, if I hit him, maybe we can kill him. Like that's what I'm thinking too. Is like, you know, when something like that happens, I'm like, all right, this guy's trying to run it down our team. Like, I'm gonna punch him, and then maybe we can kill him. You can
totally hit him. But let's talk about mechanics here. If you want to help your team here, so what's the goal? Check it out. This will be interesting. This is Caitlyn specific. Look, you're trying to save your team, right? So where do you put the traps?
On my teammates.
There it is. So I mean, this is just like a Caitlyn thing, so it's not insane. But if you don't want to play like a lot more Caitlyn, this is something to look at, right? If you're trying to save your team from melee champion, on your teammates or to where your teammates are running to. Because
I kind of flopped like 2 of those traps pretty badly. Like the one
these,
that
these
the wall. Those are pretty fucking bad.
If you think about it, the idea kind of makes sense. Let's put it in front of him. In practice, this works 10% of the time, right?
Yes.
Anyone who's ever played Caitlyn knows that this doesn't fucking work for whatever reason, right?
When I put those things on top of myself, like 9 out of 10 times does it like prevent me from dying, or I get a kill out of it because somebody jumps on top of me and then they get never putting it in front of that. Like
don't put it in front of it.
Like that Saber one where like I put it behind her, like that was like a lucky like one time thing because she just walked right back into it because she wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, that's like a mechanical thing. And I mean, we can talk about this section here. This is just 3v5, right? So
yeah. So actually, after this happened, when I died, I thought I like was saying to myself, I should have just left because then they took like mid tower, and if I had actually like when I was running down mid to like run away, if I'd actually just left, I could have protected the tower, and just like
right. Yeah, and you actually stopped Baron, right? So,
yeah, I don't even think they took Baron. Actually, we got lucky.
Let's see. They're on mountain. If they're mountain, they would have Baroned, right? So yeah, it's very much staying alive is very important as ADC, especially when some crazy shit is going on, right? So it's not that check it out. This is interesting to talk about, but I don't think it'll happen too much. If you see this doesn't look that bad, right?
Yeah.
So why was it a disaster? Why could you not help?
Because I'm too far away, and I don't have any way to get to that fight. Like they're running up and away, and I'm like kind of still trotting along. But I also think it's because I'm auto-attacking minions.
Well, let's say you were there, right?
How
do you stop Jace from turning around and just killing you?
I don't.
Yeah, so it's just it's just 3v5. It's just too hard, essentially, right?
Yeah.
When you see this, is this 3v5 good, right? And then you can be like, okay, maybe. And then it's like, oh, can I actually do anything here? A lot of times you can't.
Like get there and like trap Jace before he went in and killed Fiddlesticks and Jax, like then maybe that fight would have turned out better. But I wasn't.
No traps, right?
Close,
so, This is just if it's too impossible, don't go for it, right? Like you said, you're looking for consistency, right? If you take that fight, what's the idea? Yeah. I have no idea. Yeah, you could say it's 3v5 good, right? But to me, that doesn't look 3v5 good, right? It's not good enough. So you could like come up with an idea like, oh, okay, it's so good we can win 3v5, and then it doesn't work, and then you're like, okay, I guess it wasn't that good, right? You want it to like when you take these kind of I guess actions or events or whatever, you want it to be like at least 90% consistency. I think in League it's like there's a lot of gray area, but in solo queue is pretty much 90% one way or another, right? Like one team's getting hard dumpstered or your team's getting hard dumpstered. It's not really close, right? These fights that have happened, you either shit on them or they shit on you guys, right? Essentially, right? You destroy their ball lane, or this Hecarim one shot you, or something happened, right? There's no really no crazy back and forth. Yeah, usually determined by one good play, and then
this was.
For example, for example, right? Determined by one good play. That was interesting.
Really embarrassing.
Good job. You baited him into a trap. So good.
Yes.
Oh, you get Baron now, right? Very nice. Fast forward. Let's go get Baron, guys. Good call. Okay, now we have Baron.
Fight, at Dragon, I liked because I was like, all right, Inferno's up, and I was like, we can fight for this. And I pinged my team, and I was telling my my duo, I was like, all right, we need to fight this. Like, we're gonna fight this. Like, we can win this. We can, let's fight it. And I was ready. I was like, all right, this 5v5 is gonna be a fight here. We want Inferno. Like, we know what we got to do. And
what's the idea besides just fighting? Remember, we always need a reason to fight, right?
Well, so like here, I'm thinking, all right, we're gonna fight to get Inferno. Right? Is that
what's our advantage though? Like, okay, let's say you guys are 0-30, and you're like, let's fight to get Inferno. How do you guys are losing, right? Because you had a disadvantage. You need like an advantage. Yes. What's our advantage here?
Is like item lead good enough? Like,
no, it's never good enough, right? We know items is just never good enough. Unless you're like, no, it's never good enough. I was 5 levels and 2 items up in the enemy ADC once. Didn't fucking matter, right? So
yeah. All right.
I guess it didn't matter, but it doesn't. It's not better than like man advantage, right?
Gotcha. Yeah.
For example.
So yeah, then I don't really know because I would think to me fighting to get Infernal is like good enough, right?
Yeah, but what if you guys lose? Aren't they getting Inferno?
Okay. Yeah.
Right. How do you know who wins beforehand? Remember, it's all about consistency. I mean, I already know how you guys are getting advantage here. You have two advantages here, essentially.
So I would say, all right. So if I'm looking at this a little bit more like in depth now that I can actually see it, maybe like vision control.
Okay, right.
And like and zone control. Like we are controlling river right now, right? Like everybody is across river. You got Karthus at the bottom. We got the two guys up at the Pixel Bush, whatever it's called, and then I'm kind of just dancing around in the middle. So if they try to come in somewhere, someone's gonna be stopping them, right? And then if like maybe Hecarim comes out of like the river bush up towards where Jax is at, then we all just go on Hecarim, and if we kill him, and then we just get a free dragon.
Right. So we already have control of the river. So that's one. Right, is they like you can think of it as like they're chasing in. They have to approach, right? The team that has to approach is like the team that's chasing in a sense, right? Yeah. And then so that's already pretty good. That's like half a person, I would say. What's the other one? And it's champion specific.
Is it the Caitlyn traps?
Yeah, I mean, how'd you guys win? Check it out. They couldn't get in, right?
Walked into a trap.
They couldn't get in. Yeah, I mean, who's gonna step on it? Whoever steps on it is not gonna have a good time, right? So yeah. That's how you can control it. We can't actually do the dragon yet, but if they run into you and you kill them, then you can do the dragon, which is what happened, right? So what's the goal? Control the dragon, right? Gotcha. Because we have XYZ advantages. What if it was the other way around? What if you guys are trying to get into the river and you can't see shit? Then it's like, is this worth still trying to do? Right?
Yeah.
It might not be, but it could still be depending on the situation. That's always something you have to factor in. So yeah, I don't know. They entered really quick, and now you guys can do the dragon. Right? So that's kind of like what you're looking for is why do we fight? It's not that we have to fight and then get the dragon. It's why are we fighting? Oh, it's because we think we're gonna win for some reason, right? Like if you fight and you think you're gonna lose, what kind of animal would do that? That doesn't really make sense, right?
Yeah. So, I guess I'm not thinking on that that plan level either. Like that fight for Infernal was pretty autopilot. It was like, all right, like we're fed, like we can kind of just like probably steamroll them. Like like my brain was thinking, all right, our team's better than theirs. Like we can just fight and win. It doesn't really matter what happens. We're probably gonna win the fight. Like that's what I'm thinking, and that's like I'm saying. I want to change that to how you looked at it. Where you're like, all right, we have we have river control, and then I have my traps to prevent them from pushing us, and then we can just like poke them out, and then just take dragon when we finally get somebody.
Right.
We have that advantage.
Yeah, I want you to think in terms of advantages. Yeah. Clear advantages. Because I mean, that's like a famous trap, right? You're like, oh, we're ahead, let's just do stuff, and then somehow you lose your lead. How did that happen?
That's actually the Kaisa game. Yeah, that's what happened in the Kaisa game. That was embarrassing.
No. Yeah, that's a classic,
big disaster. Yeah.
Just because you're in the lead, that means in an even situation you come out ahead, right? It doesn't usually overturn hard losing situation, right? It will make slightly losing even. See what I mean, right? So slight advantage. Well, maybe not like slight, but some advantage. But it's not like gonna be super insane that you can do whatever you want, right? Oh my God, what happened? Team died mid. Oh yeah, someone died. Feels bad.
Fiddlesticks died, yeah, so we kind of just couldn't do anything.
Yeah, I mean, here's a good example, right? It's like, you guys have a lot of money, right? You have Baron, so why can't you push bot? Oh, it's 4v5,
Yeah.
I thought you guys had a lot of money, and Baron, why can't you push? It's, man advantage is not better than man advantage, right? You're gonna have a problem if fight breaks out, so. Damn, you are one full item up on the Saber, but you can still lose, yeah?
Yeah, that's kind of...
ADC life in a nutshell. Don't die.
Yep.
You die, Saber catches up somehow. Feels bad.
Yeah. 2 deaths, and then you're kind of just out of the game for 10 minutes as you
2 deaths and she's ahead. Holy shit. Yeah. Feels bad, man. Alright, just kill this Hecarim. He's an animal. Good. Oh, okay. The Q is interesting, but it works out. Ah! That's awkward. Let's pretend I didn't see that. Good ulti. Ah! You net forward? Nah, it's okay. Oh, you're trying to flash for this? I mean, you don't have to. I wouldn't. Forward. Good. You can take tower. That's pretty good. And you can control Infernal, right? You don't have to base here. Oh, okay. What's going on? Back it up.
I think Jace just kind of...
He's running it down, right?
Yeah.
Very nice. Yep. Takes a fish to the face. Sure. I don't know if you want to fight this guy. Oh my God! Let me watch this. Look at this damage.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Big fan of that double damage build, right? Double BF sword build. Okay, the flash is a little Flash is a little
yeah.
ambitious, but you know, good try. Good try.
Yeah, that's another thing. Actually, the reason I flashed there was because I was only thinking about Saber, and I didn't think, you know, like, oh, you know, like it's just Saber, right? I can just flash after and kill her, you know. But I wasn't thinking like, oh, Soraka could just walk up right now and literally press W, and then I just flashed for no reason,
It's just,
which is literally what happened.
Yeah, it's a little too hard there. If you had a headshot, I would say it's a lot more reasonable, right? But,
Like,
regular auto attack, yeah, regular flash auto attack right now, probably not that strong. Flash headshot though, flash headshot crit. Oh god, let's go.
Nice 1K crit, yeah.
Seems good. Okay, you got the Baron. It's like, oh, why can you guys do the Baron here? What do you think?
Jace is dead.
Yeah, Jace is dead. AD's bot. You know, what about Hecarim? Are you guys, you know, afraid of Hecarim? So you're like, oh, okay, we need to somehow stop Hecarim from ulting into the pit, right? So
I just don't even think. Yeah, Hecarim just didn't even show up. I don't think.
I don't know what's going on here, but you know, you guys need a pink ward in the pit or something. You need to clear it out, or you guys are gonna have a bad time. It's okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Let's pretend that didn't happen.
You worked out for us. Yeah.
Okay, fast forward. Oh. Okay, 4v5, right? Gotta kite it out super hard. Good.
I'm surprised they didn't just go in right there. I feel like we would have just lost.
If it was a little too hard for them. Maybe he was looking for it, but you know, he probably didn't think it was good enough. Oh, you can net forward on this guy. Oof, it's okay. You got him anyways. I thought you were gonna BM him to some kind of slam dunk contest. Okay, nice. So
we literally just won there. That was really awkward, but
very much mid game stuff, right?
Yeah, the big mid game here. Oh, this game I literally didn't play League for the rest of the day. I got so tilted afterwards.
Oh god.
Oh man, it was a disaster. It was a big disaster. I had such a lead, and we just oh god.
The instant you lose your lead, it's a BG, you know? Okay. What's going on here? So in terms of when we watch this time I want to kind of I want you to kind of in real time like update your plan / come up with a plan. Like, come up with your plan and update it when you get new information, right? Whenever we get to the mid game. Or honestly in lane it works the same way, just with like jungle ganks and wave control, right?
Yeah.
But that's kind of in essence oh god, what will help a lot prevent a bunch of like random fighting from happening. We can turn on this guy. Yona really wanted to be safe there, so he queued first. That's fine. Oh, that was really good. That was a really smart base. I know it's pushing towards them, but you can't really stay, right? That was really smart, actually.
Yeah, no. Yeah, my thing with basing is the only times I ever have issues with it is when I I just cleared like a one wave, and I know cannon's coming right now. Like the waves just reset, and like 2 cannon waves are coming in to like clash, and then I don't base. Like that's the only time. That's the biggest issue I have, is not like remembering like, oh, there's gonna be a cannon wave. I should base right now.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's like, you know, it's like, all right, they're gone, just shove in the wave and then leave. That's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, that's the usual strat. One thing to help remind you about cannon waves is it's more of a it's not like we base on cannon waves because we can. It's more like, I want to base now. When's the best time I can do it? And then you look for a cannon wave as a default, right? That's like one way to keep track, but not too honestly, I think not too important at this level yet. So
all right.
I mean, so far it seems like, you know, laning is easy clap for you in these 2 games, right?
Yeah, that's just because I'm queued with somebody.
Okay.
When I also the only time I really struggle with laning phase is if I'm at a disadvantage. That minion block, by the way.
Goes bad.
Yeah.
Extra auto is a little bit spicy. Yeah, you did not want to go for the extra auto, right? Goes bad, man. Okay, talk about this.
Yeah, my trading's a little wonky too. Like after I right here when I the W hit, I should have just kind of left, but I was like, I want to proc PTA and hit her with that.
The proc is really good, right? But more is not good, right?
Sorry, that auto.
So check it out. All right, what's the idea? Let's just pretend Lee Sin doesn't exist because he's coming bot, but.
Yeah, she just landed E, you know, WQ. Maybe we kill her with the damage. If not, nice trade. We now have lane pressure.
Yeah, so we're going to try and all in. If it doesn't work, we're piecing out, right? So if we watch what happens here, we're going to try and all in. Okay, W kind of missed. We're going to get that last hit. And if it doesn't work, we should leave, right? Why is that?
Because with Kai'Sa, you kind of just don't have damage without your W early game. Like you kind of need that W proc.
Well, in terms of like strategy, in terms of advantages, let's talk about in terms of advantages. Why is that our plan in the first place?
Wait, which plan?
Like all in, and if it doesn't work, we need to go. We need to go home. We need to.
That's kind of our lane combination is, it's Leona Kai'Sa, right? Like Leona's gonna want to go in, dump her kit, and then you either kill somebody, and then if you don't, you kind of need to run because you don't have anything else to use.
Right, that's your win condition. What about theirs? What's their win condition?
Poke, and then when someone hits 6, I'd say catch with her ult.
Right, agreed. And besides poke, what else can they do? Because they did it in this example, but I guess spoilers.
Trading?
Yeah, they can trade. Why can they trade?
Ezreal's got WQE. Sona can use her power cord him, whatever it's called, and auto
heals or whatever. Yeah. So if you watch what happens, it's exactly what happens. All he has to do is just auto attack you, right? And he even hits you. He hits you with the W. That's icing on the cake, right? So it's like, now if you look at what happened here, is this the result you wanted?
Nope.
How did it happen? Right? It's because we kept fighting, right? So I think having a clear idea based on your advantages of what you're trying to do next. Gonna help a lot, and don't deviate. That's like the most important part, because when you deviate, that's when mistakes happen, because you didn't plan for the deviation, right? So if something goes wrong, or something doesn't go according to plan, you want to kind of err to the side of caution and cancel whatever you're doing, right? So that's kind of a lot of what we're seeing here is you kind of have an idea of what you want to do, but then it's not clear enough to the point where you realize you need to get out immediately, right? You kind of like stay around, or you try and start a fight, and then something goes wrong. And you're like, wait a minute, what happened, right? I thought we were just fighting. That's actually a very common thing that happens to anyone, honestly, in the game, right? So, and then solo queue is super chaotic. It's like what your teammate does is always going to be super weird, right? Or what they do is always going to be super weird, or not really planned for. So, just something to look at, right? Is coming up with your plan and sticking to it, right? Okay, let's see what's going on here. This is kind of sad because we have no HP because of that. But okay, fast forward. Lee Sin's here. I'm surprised you aren't being punished harder, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm not looking at my map at all. I'm kind of just.
Well, it's like stuff like this, right?
Oh yeah, he could just hit me, right?
Yeah, he can hit you.
He hit me, and I just take damage. I'm like, oh.
Right, and you hit back and you lost because that's a trade, and they want to trade, right? So he's gonna W auto attack you, and you're gonna be really sad. So that's just something to think about, right? It's coming up with your plan. So if you want to all in them, where would you like the wave to be?
More push towards us, and not not favoring them because I don't take a lot of minion damage.
This one's too hard for Leona, right? But if the waves over here, that looks pretty good. So it's just something to think about is, how can you wave management in your favor for your advantages, right? But
so
I think
right
you're...
Sorry, I was gonna say right now, like I don't think I should be hitting the wave so much. I'm kind of just like blocking minions.
Yeah, me too. I'm like, yo, you're like pushing. Why are you pushing, right?
Yeah,
you need a reason.
Especially because Lee Sin's been bought like 2 times, so he's probably gonna be back again. So like, he's literally come here twice. I should be thinking like this guy's gonna show up again.
Right. It's not that like pushing is bad. It's like, why is it good? You're like, oh, okay, we're gonna push. We're gonna can control this tri-bush and one shot whoever shows up, right? Or we're gonna push and then go make sure that he's not sneaking dragon, right? We didn't do any of these things, so that means that you weren't thinking about what you're trying to do after you push.
Yes.
But what are you trying to do? What's the plan? How do you do it, right? I don't think you really have problems with how do you do it. It's more like, what's your plan? Don't deviate, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of the main habit I think you want to be working on, because everything else kind of falls into place, or at least we can't really. Everything else is kind of tied into this idea, I guess, right? So it's very general, right? Having a plan, but it can kind of apply to many specific things like laning, wave management, or even mechanical fights like, oh, I have to flash this thing, to even well, I think what you're focused on is what are we supposed to be doing now? So see Lee Sin, new information, update, what's my plan? We do dragon, right? Because we have mana advantage, something like that. That's really good, right? This is the classic, super classic pattern. I think you just have a problem when people show up and there's fights and stuff, and that's the main focus. Because when their jungle shows up and stuff, you're totally fine, right? No PvP interaction, you're totally fine, I think. But when you try and fight someone, it could get weird. So let's keep going. Oh, did you get hit finally? I think you got hit finally, right? Yeah. That's why I was like, I don't know why you're pushing. They're gonna trade with you, and Leona can't stop them. Yeah.
I'm like walking back up there too. It's like, what am I? It's like I just want to fight, right? Like I can tell just by looking at me. I'm like, my brain is just like, we're gonna beat this Ezreal up. It's like, what am I gonna do, right? He's just gonna beat me up.
Yeah. So if you want to push, what do you think is good strat here? If you push.
If I push here, since we already took Dragon, I'd say it's just vision control, trying to get tri-bush control, because if Sona or Ezreal walks up, and now that we're both 6, we can literally easily just obliterate somebody.
Yep, I would agree. That sounds really good. And what if you already have tri-bush control? There's another classic strategy here after level 6 for your support.
Probably just act like you backed and then sit in the bush. And then
that's really good. That's really good. Wow, you have so many options. Okay, what's another option? That's not the one I was thinking of, but that's pretty good too.
I don't know, honestly. That's like the big one. It's just like baiting them, like
you ever play mid lane?
No, I don't play mid at all.
Okay. If you ever play mid lane, this is the bane of your existence. If you have tri-bush control, you're just gonna and all the way up, and then flash over the wall or some shit, right? So
yeah, I gotcha. Support can roam or something.
You want to do something though. So if you guys are just pushing, and I don't see you have a plan, that's what you want to work on, right? Because I don't know what you're trying to do. You're not hiding. You're not warding the tri-bush or anything. Like clearly you're not. Clearly you guys aren't hiding, right? Right, you guys just standing here. I don't know what's going on, right? And then all of a sudden we're trading, right? It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on, and now it's just a disaster, right? Oh god. Now it's just you guys. It only works out because these guys are boosted, right? As your ulti's here, what do you do? Yeah, so
I'm dead if he ulted, man.
Not good. He eat in for a WQ. It doesn't make sense, right? So
yeah,
we're getting lucky here.
Out of that, but I could have flashed over the wall, but I was late.
Yeah. I think we got bigger problems though.
Yeah, no. If there was a plan there, like we knew what we were gonna be doing, totally would have not been as bad, right?
Yeah, this just doesn't make any sense. Yeah. Because it's like you're right. Oh, if you predict his Q flash or whatever, you can try and flash out or something. But that's like, what if he had also just perfectly comboed with Sona ulti? You guys you'd lose no matter what, right? So
yeah, none of this would have even been happening, right? It would have been
exactly. So I don't think it's a question of mechanics. I think the setup just didn't quite make sense. So. You're at such a deficit. Like, look at the start of this. You got like no health, right? And this is a little wonky. We're aiming to support, right? So I don't know. It's a little strange. So very much all kind of boils down to this idea. What's your plan? And don't deviate. Okay, that's gonna help a lot. So here's the tri-bush control. Nice.
Yeah,
I think we just all in here. Oh, okay, nice try.
Yeah, here we were actually like, I think my friend said like, let's go get like bush control or something like that, but she flashed and we're like, all right.
5 minutes too late, but I guess it's still good. It's still good, That was really good though. Check it out.
Got there.
When it's really obvious, it's good that you back off, right? Like, oh, what's the plan here? We're trying to all in, right? And then when it doesn't happen, what do you guys do? Oh, we out. That was really good. You don't want to stick around. As you can somehow
we actually like, all right, she flashed, like there's nothing else we can do. We're done here.
Yeah, that's perfect, right? That's exactly what you want to see, and you want to like systemically do that, right?
Yeah,
not just on instinct. So
yeah,
that was really good. So it's never really learn this new thing. It's make sure this thing happens every time. This good thing happens every time. You can ulti in this for a free kill. Oh, he doesn't have flash, I guess. You can flash auto Q ulti out of tower range. Show me.
Dude, that's what? What do you want to do?
You can kill this guy. It's just Sona, right? But... He has no flash, so that's just my plan. I'm just gonna kill this guy on the tower. So you saw Lee Sin top. If you run straight bot, you have enough time to do it. But that's fine. You don't have to kill him. That's just what I was thinking there.
Wait, what did you say the combo was? EQ flash?
No, you can just flash, isolate Q, and auto attack, and then you can ulti for the shield or whatever. But you can even like W first if you want to.
Holy shit. Yeah, my brain was not thinking about that. That was like the last thing I was thinking about. I was like, I know if we try to do something here, one of us is probably going to die. Because my tower dives are so bad, dude. You have no idea. You know the amount of times
my god.
Yeah.
It's not like you have to come up with that. You just want to come up with some, if you're like, let's just hit the tower, that's totally fine. Remember, we come up with plans to make sure it's consistently good, right? So it doesn't matter if we're like really consistently good where we kill them or even just killing waves, you just need to make sure nothing goes wrong. That's good, right? For
Mm-hmm.
example, nothing goes wrong. You know, we died to Ezreal.
I should have.
Right?
I think I should have backed here. Actually, I think I hit the tower for way too long. Like
Yeah,
I wasted a lot of time here. Like after, like right here, I should be leaving. Like my
you go. Yeah, you can go home here, right? So that was part of your plan. It's like, oh, I guess you had a plan here is just hit the tower. Well, I don't know if this is autopilot or whatever, but
this is autopilot. This is 100% autopilot.
Okay, yeah. Then that's that's like part of your plan, right? It's like, oh, what am I supposed to do here? And you know, if you didn't have a plan, that was the mistake. You didn't have a plan.
Mm-hmm. The plan was, you know, nothing, and so then you just got killed.
So when do we create it? Check it out. So we just killed Ezreal.
Mm-hmm.
When do we do this?
We killed Ezreal, and I should be right now. I should be backing. I feel like right now. I feel like there's like. Or actually,
that's fine.
No, Luna has demolish, you know, like proc demolish, hit the tower a little bit, maybe get this one plate, and then leave. Right? It's like get the plate, leave. That should be the plan.
Right. Yeah, that's totally fine. You just need to come up with something.
Yeah.
Right? That's it. So like here's like a classic you know, plate, wave, home, right? Or plate and then home, or just kill the wave and go home. Or you can just go home, right?
Stone, you know, like there's a lot of different things you can do, but you know,
yeah, exactly. You just need to figure out what you want to do, right? Instead of just I don't know, let's just do whatever's in front of me. That's like the trap
until something happens.
Yeah, exactly. That's the trap, is just doing whatever's in front of you, because you know, oftentimes doesn't really make as much sense, right? You can even go even deeper. You're like, oh, okay, you know, we just killed Ezreal. If I try and get the tower in the wave, we're gonna get TP'd on from behind, and then you're like, oh, okay, I have a pink ward in the bush, so that can't happen, right? You can come up with like, once you have your plan, you need to make sure it works. Like, you know, what's the counter play? They have no counter play. Okay, good to go. Right. It's very much a kind of coming up with something, I think, for every event. You want something in mind for every event, whether or not it happened. Right. Let's say, for example, you wanted to play in a wave, Lee Sin ganked, you turn around and killed him. Right. At least you want to have a baseline somewhere. Right. You want to have a base plan laid out and go from there. Otherwise, it's just like, no, like you said, the autopilot idea is not really gonna be fixed, right? Yeah. And eventually, this, you know, coming up with a plan is literally your new autopilot, right? Just come up with a plan for literally everything. You see this, like for me, like instantly, I was like, oh, I saw this 2v2 because Lee Sin was mid. Okay, we're gonna all in immediately, right? That was my plan, but I didn't really think. I didn't have to use my brain to think about it, right? It's just automatic now. That's what you want to get to.
Yeah, my thing is I'm not looking at the map here either. Like I have a little bit of a map awareness issue still. Definitely, like I'm getting better at it. Like there's moments where I'll be looking at my map and I'll be able to be like, oh, this guy's not here. I also don't even think that ward's in the bush. But
that's bullshit right there.
But like I'm not looking at my map here, so I have no idea like where Lee Sin is. Right, I'm only thinking about fighting.
Yeah, that's what feels bad.
Yeah, exactly. Because like that Lee Sin, like if I had looked at the map and Lee Sin wasn't mid, you know what I mean? Then I would have
a problem.
Oh, we shouldn't do anything yet. Like we should wait, right? Like we don't want to die.
Exactly.
As much as we could probably like, you know, still kill somebody in a 3v2, like we'd still probably end up dying at the end, right? And that's
not worth. Not worth. You know how I know? You know how I instantly knew where Lee Sin was? Because I had the exact same thought as you. I want to fight this guy, and then because this trap happened so many times, I look at the map first when I get the urge, right? You can always do that. Is when you get the urge to fight, you can look at the map first. Now that'll actually make your map awareness insane. No, like you say you want to fight all the time. All of a sudden, you look at the map all the time because of it, right? So it's kind of like
too. It's like, all right, I want to fight. Look at the map.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then you can actually fight or not fight. So
don't need a WQ to the face.
Yeah, that's kind of awkward. You're trying a little too hard there. I don't know what's going on, but you can't all in without Leona going first. This doesn't work because of Sona ulti, right? Yeah. So goes Batman, and you got TP'd on. You know what? Let's just suicide for it. I think it's worth. Go. Nice, very nice. No way, you're actually getting away. He's coming, is he not?
Killed him too.
Oh, don't go through try. I don't think you had a choice actually. So, wow, you got away with it. Holy shit.
Yeah, that was.
Let's watch this. Let's watch this. What do you think? Why did you get away with it? Should you have gone away with it, and why?
No, I shouldn't have.
Why is that?
I don't think so at all. Because there's literally no awareness to the map right now. Like the top lane has pushed into a tower, right? And that Darius, you know, has tap check. You see, has teleport. You probably know he's going to gank, right? We don't have vision in the bush, wait, I just totally lost my train of thought. We don't know where Lee Sin is either, right? There's a lot of questions to like, you know, what's happening. But I guess we literally just got lucky. I feel like.
Okay, so how'd you get lucky? How specifically?
I'd say because Leona went on Ezreal and then Sona ulted me, so I'm stunned and he's stunned, and then I just was able to literally all in him after, and I have enough damage for it, so it just kind of worked.
Yeah, how did it work though? How specific? There's a specific interaction here, or a specific idea here that made it work. Right? So okay, I want you to take a look at this. This is important.
All right. Mm-hmm.
How come? Watch Ezreal here. What's going on?
He's kind of just running away.
Why did he isolate? Do you know?
No, I have no idea actually.
Right, so check it out. So this is something you can actually take away, right? It shouldn't have worked, like you said. Why did it work?
Because he didn't E. I'm guessing.
No, back it up. I want you to watch him.
Am I not paying attention? Oh shit, he didn't have his E.
Okay. So
holy shit, I didn't even notice that.
So the next question is, does he have flash, right?
Yeah.
So if he had flash,
he didn't.
Yeah, so if you need to check for all these things in order to do some crazy play like this, right? That's why it's like super important to come up with these ideas. Otherwise, it's just you're just playing the game. Whatever happens, happens. But there are some variables that are important, right?
Yeah. So here it was like just 100% luck. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Luck now, even more so. Like that's
the stars insane. Lined up, right?
Yeah.
All the stars lined up somehow, and it's just like
and we still lost this game after this too.
Yeah. So let's go to the mid game because I think we're running short on time. We want to see these see more of the mid game stuff.
I think the Baron fight is where everything started going bad.
Oh, okay.
The Baron is when it got bad. If you want to fast forward, then.
Oh, this is man disadvantage. You're missing a Veigar, right? Or you're missing a Veigar.
Got away with something here. Oh no, we turn this. We turn this. We actually kind of fucking.
What they're chasing is 3v3, right? So you're gonna kill them all. Nice, very nice. Use ulti to use them as a relay. Yeah, good. And isolate Q, easy clap, fast forward. This is good. Very nice. Good, very good. What's the plan after all this? What do you think?
I think I go get Rift. I ping Rift. That's what I went for.
Okay, that's not bad, right? We can get Rift. Totally fine. Fast forward. What's the plan now? It's like coming out of base.
I actually don't. In a situation like this, I don't really know what to do, right? Like, okay, I have Rift, right? So I would say try to make a play somewhere so that we can use Rift, right? Like that's what because there's like we have like 4 minutes before Baron spawns or 2 minutes. I don't know what the timer says.
So what's like let's say you have no clue. What's your default as an ADC?
Go bottom and farm.
Yeah, or just go to a lane and farm, right? So
yeah,
totally fine. And you see Rengar ulting, we need to update this plan. So what is it about to be? What's the new plan?
I should try to be helping them, but I just didn't have R or flash, so I was just like I would rather hit this wave and then drop Rift and try to do something because he's bottom.
Yeah, we can try and push. We see new information and it's like, oh, it's a new plan, right? So you see how often this kind of habit how often you want this habit to kick in, right? So it's like, oh, okay, we saw information. Darius is top. We're forcing 5v4 bot. We're gonna force this, and then we're gonna take dragon and take tower, and then we can rift the next one, right? So it's kind of like you just need to come up with as many plans. Well, not as many plans. You need to come up with it every time something relevant, what you think is relevant happens, right? But you just don't want to. You want to be thinking about something. You don't want to be nothing, and you want to have keep it in your head. Whatever your current plan is, keep it in your head. So
yeah, I feel like the mid game when I'm winning, coming out of lane, when it's when it's still kind of like a stalemate, right? Like nobody's hard winning yet. There's still a lot up in the air about who can come out on top. I kind of really struggle with deciding what to do because there's a lot on it, right? Like if you make a wrong play, you're probably going to lose the game because of it. So this time frame is where I really struggle to be like, okay, what should we be doing, right? Like what can I be doing? How can I work with my team to make something happen here? Like right now, I feel like I should be running. Everybody's MIA, like they're all.
What happened to you? I was about to say you should have died here, right? Why should you have died?
Because literally everybody is here. They are all coming for us.
Right, and I don't know what you're trying to do here, but you saw a dude here and you walked towards him, so it's kind of Monka-esque, right? So
yeah, but again, I want to fight him, right? I see man, me want to punch man.
Yeah, it's like you need advantage, remember. So yeah, default could be just clear waves / you need to come up with your plan before you move. I think is a good one. That's one I used to do. Is when I inted like 10 games in a row, I just sat mid and I figured out what I wanted to do before I did it. Right? Because you're gonna be stuck in something like this, where you're stuck in the river, and you're gonna get away. We're gonna lose ulti, and you're gonna lose heal, and Leona's gonna die. Right? So that's best case scenario.
Yeah, I actually think I think we literally just walk away here.
Yeah, because Darius is trolling because he doesn't see that it's 4v2, right? Or even 4v3. His map. He could literally stand here, and you guys are like, you gotta kill him or it's over. So I don't know how fast you can kill this guy, but it's probably not fast enough.
Nope.
Yeah, definitely something you want to be thinking about before you approach them, right? And man advantage is gonna help you a lot in making your plan, right? Like, oh, where's your team? That's gonna tell you what to do. Like, for example, you can hit this and go topside or something, or you can't get the tower anymore, but maybe you can invade topside because Rengar is there, right? Something like that. Oh, this is not good. Oh, yeah, this is not good, right? Oh, maybe it is good. Let's go. Free kill. Oh, you can flash out of this, by the way, if you're a mad lad. Oh, very nice.
Okay. Oh, I don't think I kind of pegged there for a little bit.
Oh, you're fine? That was a good 4v4. Yeah, I think, when it's not, when there's like a regular fight, you go into fighting mode, the mechanics are totally fine, right? It's very much how much can you prepare up until these moments in game, right? I think is going to be the big question you need to answer. Wow, you have so much money. How do you lose this game?
Oh my god, dude, I was so mad when this game ended. I was so mad. Yeah, so the Baron fight, we killed their team, right? Like and it happens right here. We kill their team, and then Graves started like doing something, right? I don't know what he did, but he died, and then Ezreal stole Baron with his ult because I wasn't paying attention, and it was just a disaster.
Oh, that's feels bad, man.
Yeah, right. And this is it.
Okay, well,
straight off the curve, right? Like,
that's pretty unfortunate, but it's not the end of the world, right?
Yeah. So here's also the thing. I kind of just like defaulted mid. I was like, let's just.
Yeah, if you don't know, the mid is usually a good default, right? If you're not sure what to do next. What's wrong with this?
Let's see. Is there somebody in base? No. Okay. Our Graves isn't there yet, and their entire team's MIA, and it's me and Leona and River right now.
So, what do we know about objective starting?
You shouldn't start it until everybody's there.
Right. Or, I mean, even if everyone is there, is that still a good idea?
No.
Right.
Because like, for Baron, if you're trying to do Baron, you're gonna face tank it, and then the enemy team can just come in and wipe you guys while you're face tanking Baron.
Exactly. So
I think Dragon's a little different because he doesn't do as much damage, but
still worth something, right? You're stuck in the river essentially, right? So
because you're committing to it.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, what's the idea here? You're trying to sneak it because you have a pink or something, and then if it gets spotted out and you keep doing it, are you ready for this? Does it actually make sense? So if there's feels bad about to happen, it's because you need to make sure you're not just starting the objective, right? You need to have a reason to do so. You guys are actually not doing too bad here.
How did we lose this game, man?
This is not a fight you guys want. Oh man, it's like, you guys somewhat got away with it, but also not really, right? What happens mid here?
Sorry, what did you say?
What happens mid here? They could have just easily pushed out mid, right?
Yeah, they have Baron. Like they could have they can be like, fuck Dragon, let's go take their inhib right now because we have Baron,
right.
And they could all just run
definitely,
down mid.
Definitely don't want to just start Dragons, right? So, I mean, it was a good try, or it's a good thing to test, but I think if you try it enough times, you'll eventually realize if they have Baron and you do Dragon, there's gonna be big problems. You don't have big priority.
Oh, dude, I die here. Hold on, this was bad, dude. Major. Actually, this was like for the most part.
You don't have your W, so he's gonna kill you. His ulti missed and you still died.
Yeah.
Bad.
I was checking death recap because I was like, how did I die so fast? Actually, I kind of slowed here, so I wanted to R him, but then I didn't get vision, right? So I just literally just walked and died. Like that's all that happened. Like there's so much wrong with that.
What do you think?
Right here, I should have stopped. Right, I should like the flash.
Well, like, yeah. What do you think? How was the plan?
The plan was to catch him, right? Because Lee Sin's is dead. Lee Sin's son is dead, excuse me. And then Darius is mid, and he's walking up trying to clear this ward. And the bush we're in obviously isn't warded because he's walking up. but I think I should have let Leona catch him before I went in.
Boom, there it is. So that's just like maybe you think the plan is not wrong, the execution is. So then you're like, your new habit is let the CC guy go first, right? Something like that. So it's either something wrong with the plan or the execution, right?
Yeah, there was the exection. Like even after I continued to commit to it, I definitely could have, still killed him had I like properly fingered, but I kind of just.
So this is also part of one of the new habits we're gonna do is. The plan is we're gonna one-shot him, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if it doesn't happen? What do you say about plans that derail?
You bail.
You stop. Yeah, you bail. Yeah, when plans derail, you bail. Yo, I like it. When plans derail, you bail. Okay, so that's basically what's going on here. Is that you try to one-shot him, it didn't work. You just try to keep going anyways, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's definitely
like I betrayed, we win, but then I keep trying to. I don't know, just throw my body against them, right? And it's not going to do anything.
Exactly. So, this is a feels bad. You're trying to defend this inhib. That's a no-go, Chief. You don't want to defend the tower here, right?
Yeah.
How do we know that this plan doesn't work?
They have Baron. There's 3 of us.
Okay.
And there's 4 of them.
So,
and
we can't defend. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, their advantage is too strong. So you could say something like that. Or the thing you're trying to do needs a high percentage win rate.
90%, yeah.
90% is ideal. Okay, when it gets to like Baron and tower defenses, it gets a little murky, right? But in this case, it's definitely favored towards them for sure. I don't see how you guys do anything here. There's 0 things you guys can do here. So you guys don't even want to defend. All right, when in doubt, be conservative because the game and the reason why being conservative works in solo queue and not competitive is because in solo queue. Enemy team's gonna throw somehow because someone on their team is stupid. But in the competitive, that doesn't necessarily happen. So you might have to take less than 90% plays, right? But in solo queue, it's just someone's inting, right? Someone's always inting. That's all you have to capitalize on, essentially.
Yeah, we actually didn't lose here, which is pretty fucking lucky. But
we have. I learned yesterday that even if you don't lose, having no Nexus towers is really bad because I got backdoored yesterday. That was really sad.
Because that's what you have to be worrying about, right? Like if you have an open Nexus, like what are you supposed to do? This actually, I think did we
very
still
nice,
lose here?
Right?
I
so
feel
the plan
we
is
been able to win off of this.
Oh, we're trying to 5v4 now, right? Oh,
yeah.
Oh, it's still okay. No, this is less okay. Oh, that's really bad. Now we gotta stop, right? We definitely have to stop, guys. Okay, this again. Oh my God, Nico Beast. You didn't see?
Maybe
there's opportunity there.
Yeah. Okay. This. I was thinking about this too after this game. When she did that, I was like, that was an insane ult onto 4 of their teammates. I could have like gotten in there and done something, but I was like, I don't want Graves to die to Lee Sin because Leona's not gonna be able to do damage to him. So I was worried that like, okay, if I don't kill Lee Sin, then one of my teammates is gonna die, and then the situation gets worse. But maybe that would have been worth it, right? Like going into Nico's ult.
Right. You could look for it,
doing
right?
Something.
So if you think that's something that's important, it's gonna change the way you play in a significant way. You could train this, right? It's like, oh, if this guy's not a threat, you could always look to the rest of the fight. But
yeah, because I definitely think they would have had him there too, actually, without me. But actually, I don't know though. So that's the thing, is I'm pretty uncertain with it. I really don't know what would have happened. So
let's talk about this section though. What's the plan here?
Oh, dude, there's no plan. Just autopilot.
Right. So if you pause here, what should your plan be?
Ward Baron. That's when I.
Okay, Baron control. Yeah, just default to the most basic stuff, right? Baron control, objective control, or let's say they're the ones who are trying to push their advantage. You're trying to stop them from getting free wards or something like that, right? You need a plan though, because if you guys just do whatever and there's no plan,
this was a disaster.
You guys are just dead. You guys are just dead here, right? This is just no way. Can you actually win this? I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, how do you know? It's because it's 2v4, right?
Yeah. So, I actually think if Leona flashed for Darius, and I think if she went for Viger, might have gone differently, maybe.
Right. Remember, looking for 90% consistency.
Yeah,
right?
But
no
also,
consistency.
Like, I can't look at her and be like, oh, that's your fault, Leona, right? Like that was 100% me. Like I could have just done something else, right?
Yeah, there's just
like after that, like that Darius and me getting Viger ulted, I'm like, that's the gods, like like saying, hey, okay, look, like leave now, right? But I just I kept committing to something.
Like, check it out. How did Veigar screw up here?
He's fucking pressed R.
You pressed ulti on a full health target. What's going on here?
Yeah.
He could Q ulti you and you could actually get one shot, right? But he ultied first, dude. You fucking ulti first. All right, so yeah, it's very much like, you need to keep your plays clean. Like, so like what you're looking for is like decisive victory, not like trying to inch out of victory, right? Like so hard winning, there's no chance they could win. That's what you're looking for, right?
Yeah. Yeah, like literally the Viger R was like me being blessed, like leave, like don't die here, and then he just QRs.
He's gonna kill you here. Just I think he might be a little tilted here.
Oh yeah, because I dodged the W and then I got hit by the Q and I was like, wait, how did I die so fast? And I was just like, what?
That's the QR we were talking about.
I was just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, definitely some mid game ideas here. Right? I want you to come up with, when do you do this habit of coming up with a plan? Right? You need to have some specific triggers. Every time you get new information, I think you're already doing that really well, right? Every time you see their jungle top side or their top side or whatever, you see people on the map. The second one is the one you want to work on is like, every time you don't know what to do, you immediately come up with something. Or every time an event just happened, you need to plan for the next one, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I think that's like the main area you kind of want to work on. It's not that you're not losing games because you can't like fight. It's more like you're losing games because you're not really sure what you're trying to do, right, in the moment. I think. And something happens and then it feels really coin flippy because you had no control over it. But in fact, you just if it feels like you have no control over it, it's because you're just like going with the flow, I guess is a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Right? You want to control the flow, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, that's like, oh man, dude, that's like a big brain like thing though that I was kind of thinking about. Like when I'm playing a game or something like that, and I have like those those moments where I'm like, okay, we gotta do this, gotta make a play, right? And then it happens, like you just feel good about yourself, right? Because you're just like, I called this, right? Like I made this play, like
yeah, it's gonna happen. Yeah, exactly. That's what you want, right? Every time you call 100%. Something, you know what the outcome is beforehand. That's what you want, right? So you become the 200 IQ genius.
Yeah. Because it's weird because when I started this, this is like the first season I've actually like tried actually like playing the game like well. And I remember starting like silver, and when I got into gold, I was like, wow, I really don't know anything about this game. But now like 700 games later, how much I've played, it's like like naturally, like you see those situations, like like you see the plan. And it's like either like you just have to say something, and then like the plan will happen, and then it like will work, right? But like if I don't say anything, then nothing happens, and it's a coin flip, right? Like okay, maybe it works, or I just die.
Yeah, maybe it works. Yeah, a good way to kind of improve upon your plans is watch your replays and say, was my plan 90% consistency? Yeah. So if something goes wrong, it probably wasn't 90%. Like if something goes wrong, like your teammate has the DC, or like they miss like a stun target. Like that's actually what has to happen. So
something out of my control, like literally out of my control.
Yeah, right? Exactly. Like for example, if you're like, our plan is level 6, I'm gonna let Nihilus engage on me, Sona's gonna flash ulti Saber. It's not gonna happen, right? So it has to be super basic. Like, Nihilus goes on Sona, her first reaction is always gonna ulti Saber, hopefully. Right? Super basic.
316.
Oh god.
Sorry. I don't mean to play.
Oh god. Yes. That's usually a Sona score right there. So
actually that game is one that I would like to point out. That Ezreal game. It was it was a hard lane because I wasn't duo. My duo was the mid laner, right? My duo wasn't the Sona. So trying to be on the same page with her was really difficult. Especially because she flamed me a lot. But like when you're in those situations, right, where like you're with a certain lane, like a support, and you guys are just like not clicking, right, and like things are not going to go well, I immediately just go passive, right? I'm like, all right, it's like I'm just going to farm and then like get us out of laning phase as fast as we can because we're obviously not going to get anything done here.
Just try to not interact with them,
Yeah. Don't make a worse situation worse. That whole
idea. Yeah, exactly. Like look at this shit. Like you guys are just dying on 6 every time.
Oh yeah, dude. Nautilus Silver is the most disgusting thing I've ever played against in my life. But yeah, when I'm in situations like that, like I find it, way more difficult to make those plans. But like, is it okay? Like when you're in a situation like where you're just not driving with your support, like is it okay just to be like, all right, just farm and like don't die? Like that's
totally fine,
right? Okay.
Right? Yeah, that could be a plan. Is like, how do we not get dove, right? How do we minimize casualties? Can we stop their dragon, right?
Sona got queued under tower by Nautilus and died like in the snap of my fingers, and I like was just like, oh, oh, okay, like like literally nothing I could have done, right? Like I felt bad because I was like, I feel like I should have been able to do something here, but she just died like that.
Right.
Like,
some things, not all things are savable, right? Remember, it's like usually it's decisive one way or the other. Right, so if it's decisive for them, it's unlikely you can save it unless you have some kind of crazy value play like ulti for people or some shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah. All right, cool. Because I feel like like a lot of my mindset sometimes too is like you got to be doing something, but if you're going against like Nautilus Draven and you're like Ezreal and like a Lulu, like that's like what are you gonna be able to do against that lane, right? Like there's just so much more,
Well, it's like, it's not that it is, you are always trying to do something, right? But that something isn't always necessarily attacking, right? Maybe you're trying to, let's say they're doing Baron, maybe you're trying to make sure that they don't all get away, right? Or let's say they're taking your inhib, maybe you're trying to, and you can't stop it, maybe you can be farming the jungle camps, right? And base to defend Nexus, right? So it's like, you can't always, you're trying to like, what's it called? Beat out the fire, I guess. I don't know. don't make it worse, right? You're trying to make it not be worse. So
you either contain it,
Yeah, contain it. Yeah.
Keep it from burning everybody else.
Exactly.
All right, cool. All right, yeah, I like this. All right, I'm feeling a lot better. Because my mental, like my mental breaks a lot. Like I'll be doing fine, but like there's just some games where I get so mad at myself, and I'm just like, dude, like you could have. Like, exactly what you could have done here, and then you just didn't do it, and it's just like that tilts me more than anything, right? Like, I don't care if someone disconnects. Like, dude, if there's a play that I could have made and I missed out on it, I just get sad.
You like played yourself almost.
Yeah.
So yeah, any last questions?
Do you think I can make it to diamond if I get better?
Oh yeah, I mean, I think you can, right? You can, no joke, but
that's the end goal, right? Like that's the end goal.
If you can, like, let's say all the stuff we talked about today, there's 0 mistakes, 20 games in a row, right? That's diamond right there. So,
all right. Oh yeah.
That's the thing is 0 mistakes with this idea is pretty insanely hard, right? It's something that kind of you work on no matter what rank you're at. Like this is something I work on, right? It's just the plan / what you can or can't do might be different based on every game situation or champion or how the enemy is skilled. So, yeah.
All right, cool. And do you think duos are important? Because I feel like there's so much like conceptions out there. People are like, oh, if you like get a duo partner, right, and then you can just like win and stuff. Like I prefer solo queuing because I get tilted, right? I don't want to play with my friends if I'm getting tilted,
Duo is for fun, I would say. So I don't duo to like when I play duo, I'm not like we gotta win. I'm like, oh, let's just have a good time,
Yeah. All right, yeah. Okay, cool. All right, dude, I appreciate this, man. Yeah, this was very insightful.
Good. I hope your games go well. I think if you can kind of make this a good habit, it's gonna help a lot. So
yeah. If I made it to Plat, right? Like I didn't think I was ever gonna make it to Plat, but then I made it. So I think I can hit diamond, right? Like that's
actually, yeah, definitely. It is. You're not being held behind mechanically. I don't think. Very much very much a mid game. Big brain stuff. Right.
All right, cool. Also, sorry, I keep asking questions, but like, people flame for like the amount of ranked games you have. Like, is having like the amount of games I have and like being Plat, like, is that bad?
No, not really. Don't worry about that.
All right, cool. Okay, because like people will flame me for that, man. Like, you'll hop in champ select and someone will be like, "Do you have 700 ranked games, Plat 4, bro?" And stuff like that. And it's like, dude, come on, man, bro.
I started silver 2. What about you?
Yeah, exactly. Right. That's what I like to say back. I was like, hey, silver, bro. All right. I won't waste any more time. Thank you so much, Saber. I appreciate it.
Sounds good. Good luck in your games. Let me know how they go. All right.
Yeah, I'll hopefully be able to be like, hey, dude, I did it.
That's what I want to hear.
All right.
Next time we coach into masters, okay?
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. I'll come back when I'm diamond. when I'll need more help.
Hey. All right, man. Have a good one.
See ya. You too.